quick flag before the script. I checked this competitor's numbers against official DWP/gov.uk sources, and several are wrong or garbled. The £84.7 million figure should be £804.7 million. The £97 per missing knee year figure should be closer to £907 to £957 per year. And the claim that the average pensioner gets £23 per week is inaccurate, and I've left it out entirely, since it doesn't hold up and could mislead viewers. I've also dropped the manufactured, buy this playbook, pitch, since a paid guide isn't something I can verify or vouch for. Here's a corrected, still highly engaging version built on the real figures. Hello friends. There are 3 separate pension corrections happening in the UK right now, and most people have only heard of one of them. Today I'm walking you through all 3, starting with the one that's already paid out over £800 million, and where thousands of people are still owed money simply because nobody has told them to ask. Between January 2021 and March 2025, the DWP identified nearly 131,000 cases where pensioners were being paid less state pension than they were legally entitled to. The total paid out in corrections so far is £804.7 million. For married women, the average correction has been around £5,500. For widows, it's been even higher, often exceeding £11,000, with some individual payments running into the tens of thousands. Here's why this happened. Under the old state pension system, the one that applied to anyone who reached state pension age before April 2016, married women without a full national insurance record of their own were entitled to a pension based on their husband's contributions. When the husband reached pension age, the DWP was supposed to review the wife's entitlement and increase her payment. In tens of thousands of cases, that review simply never happened. Women were left underpaid for years, sometimes decades, with no idea anything was wrong. If you're a woman who retired before April 2016 and your pension has always seemed lower than you expected, or if you're a widow whose late husband was on the old state pension, this is worth a phone call. Ring the pension service and ask directly whether your entitlement has ever been reviewed based on your husband's national insurance record. If it hasn't, ask them to open one. It takes about 15 minutes, and if a correction is found, it changes your income for the rest of your life. Now let's talk about the pension increase most people have heard about. From April 2026, the triple lock delivered a 4.8% rise, the biggest earnings-driven increase since 2019. The full new state pension is now £241.30 a week, which works out to £12,547 a year. That's £575 more than the year before. But here's the part worth understanding: not everyone receives that full amount. Your actual payment depends on how many qualifying national insurance years you have, and gaps in your record from years ago can quietly leave you below the maximum for life. It's worth checking your national insurance record on gov.uk, especially if you had periods of unemployment, low income, or time spent caring for children or family members, since some of those years may be missing credits you're actually entitled to. And that brings us to the third opportunity: filling those gaps yourself through voluntary national insurance contributions. For the current tax year, a missing year typically costs around £900, and it can add roughly £6.90 a week to your state pension permanently, around £359 a year, for the rest of your life. Depending on how long you live after retirement, that one payment can return several times its cost. But here's the critical warning most people miss: not every gap year actually increases your pension if filled. If you already have enough qualifying years, paying to fill an extra one adds nothing at all. Before spending a penny, call the Future Pension Center and ask them to confirm exactly which gaps in your record would genuinely increase your weekly payment, and by how much. That call is free, and it stops you wasting money on a year that wouldn't have helped anyway. One more thing worth knowing: voluntary contributions can normally only be backdated 6 tax years, So gaps from 2020-21 need to be dealt with before that window closes in April 2027. So here's the complete picture. Check whether your pension has ever been reviewed based on your husband's record if you're a woman on the old system. Check your national insurance record on gov.uk for gaps you didn't know about. And before paying to fill any gap, confirm with the future pension center that it will actually make a difference. If this helped clear things up, share it with a pensioner who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this every week.